individual performances of the 1962 season. A season of ups and downs for Red Hickey's team, an overall young squad, which gives fans some outstanding thrills as it matures in the rough, tough competition with the world's greatest players of the National Football League. A team, though plagued throughout the year with injuries, still gives promise, as you'll see here, of future stardom for such fine young prospects as Bill Kilmer, Jim Johnson, Bernie Casey, Ed Pine, Albert Kimbrough, Dan Kulkiko, and others. In 1962, as they have been for the past 6 years and will be again this season, the 49er games were broadcast to millions of fans throughout the West and Hawaii over the Golden West Radio Network. From KSFO San Francisco, with this Sportcast team, Bob Fouts, Russ Hodges, and Lon Simmons. The first highlight of the season, a fine effort in Detroit against the favored Lions, who have just walloped Pittsburgh 45-7. Jimmy Johnson is hurt and can't play. The 49ers have a new center in Bruce Bosley as the white-clad 49ers await the Lion kickoff. Abe Woodson at the 4 with a 20-yard return. But the Lions hold, and so Tommy Davis, the league's top putter in 1962, over 45.5-yard average, kicks the stud still. He returns 14 yards before being rolled out of bounds at the 36-yard line by Rupke and Vollenweider. Now a fine pass play. Milt Plum, the quarterback. Gail Cogdill, his target. Watch this great catch in a crowd. A 39-yard gain. Fans love that Washington State star. 2 plays later, it's Plum, this time to his flanker Terry Barr. Watch him keep his footing and dive for the touchdown. Barr just as agile as that mascot. Detroit leads at 7-0. Dr. Lloyd Milren, team physician, attends the 49er as the 49er offense comes back here. Watch Brody now cross up the Lions. Fakes to Kilmer, bootlegs on a rollout left for 11 yards. Now Brody calls a sweep left with 62 Bajak and 64 Conley, the block for J.D. Smith. It's an 11-yard gain. And a Lion penalty sets up the 49ers on the Detroit 6-yard line. 3rd down and 3 now. 49ers with a run-pass option play to Billy Kilmer. Clyde Cotter, touchdown. And the 49ers tie it up at 7-7. The Lions have a speedster in Tommy Watkins, number 23. Watch his guard, 75. Gordy, 66 Sewell, blocking on this 42-yard run. Ridlon and Mertens make the tackle. But the 49ers held him, and so on 4th and 22, Wayne Walker with a 35-yard field goal attempt. It's good. And at the end of the first quarter, Detroit leads 10-7. Again, it's Sewell and Gordy for Watkins and 9 yards. Dove makes the tackle. Now another fine effort by Cogdill as Plum throws this one deep into the end zone. Cogdill is there, touchdown. And it looks like a Lion rout. They lead it 17-7. But Bill Kilmer can throw that pass, too, on the run option. He has a fine receiver also in Bernie Casey. Watch this Casey catch, just like Cogdill. 43-yard pickup. But the Lions held, and so Tommy Davis tries a 41-yard field goal out of Brody's hole. That makes it Detroit 17, San Francisco 10. More first half action from the same Lion battery. Plum and Cogdill, this time on an angle over center. The speedy Cogdill grabs. Now watch the top of your screen. Kimbrough coming up. See if he can catch Cogdill. He does on the 1-yard line, a 72-yard pickup for Detroit. 49ers stopped 2 running plays, and so Plum fakes the angle and hits pivoting out to Studstill. Touchdown! As the first half ends, Detroit leads 24-10. Lions again in the third quarter. And it's Milt Plum and flanker Terry Barr. Plum is rushed hard here, but gets it away. 23-yarder. 5 plays later, at the 19-yard line. Plum in the look-in to Terry Barr. 14-yard pickup. A play later, that same duo, Plum and Barr. Speedy Terry streaks in. Touchdown. And things look bad for the 49ers, trailing 31-10. They need a lift, and they get it from Abe Woodson, who became the National Football League's all-time kickoff return champion with a record of 1,157 yards in 1962. And here's 42 of those tough yards. Spinning outside, straight arming. Now Brody lets the Red Doggers come in from the right side to throw a quick screen. Here comes Brett Schneider. Over Brett Schneider to J.D. Smith. Mosley and Conley blocking downfield. It's a 21-yard pickup. From the 4-yard line, Brody fakes the run, passes to his safety valve, J.D. Smith, who out-muscles Lowe for the score. And it's a 31-17 ball game now as the 49ers get the ball back quickly for San Francisco. At midfield, watch the hard-nosed Billy Kilmer as he shows how a tough runner knifes in the National Football League for 5. With a 3rd down 3 at the 43, Brody calls an audible at the line of scrimmage. That is a new play. His target, Bernie Casey, who will try to beat one of the top defenders in the NFL, Night Train Lane. Can he do it? Let's see. He does for a touchdown, 43 yards. And the 49ers are back in the ball game at the end of the third quarter, trailing 31-24 as Red Hickey goes to the shotgun to scare the Lions in one of the season's most exciting plays. The play that was the turning point of the game. Brody to Kilmer, all by himself. Kilmer beautifully eludes Larry, shakes off LeBeau, and Brett Schneider gets close to that Lion goal. Then is turned in by Night Train Lane. Brett Schneider. LeBeau makes the tackle. Lane comes up, knocks the ball out of Kilmer's hands. Recovered by Lowe. Let's watch that one again. Billy Kilmer averaged, for the second consecutive year, over 5 yards a carry. This is a 67-yard pass play that gets to the Detroit 7-yard line before disaster strikes. Now watch Lane miss the tackle and then still pursue the play. And as Kilmer stretches out, he comes up from behind and knocks the ball out of his hands. The Lions recover and stop the 49er momentum as they go on to win 45-24. The Lions, the only team to beat Green Bay in 1962, 28-14. Now the 49ers have a 1-2 record. Underdogs again at Baltimore, where the Colts have won 2 games and were barely beaten by Detroit 29-20. It's Indian summer, 76-degree weather at Dusty Memorial Stadium. Right now we go down close for the action. J.D. Smith on a draw. A 19-yard pickup. Brody on a screen center as he lets the defense come roaring in. Passes to Smith, who gets fine blocking. Then shakes off tacklers himself. 26 yards. A play later, the Colts are looking for J.D. at the 5, but Brody crosses him up, gives to Kilmer behind St. Clair. And a touchdown. The 49ers fumble away 2 more scoring chances as they lead in the third quarter, 7-0. Now watch the 49er defense. Okiko Namaleni rushing McCann. Blocked the pass, intercepted by Pine. A play later at the 11. 2nd down 7. Kilmer gets his laying rooster blocked by Stickles and picks up 6 yards. Again, Brody crosses him up on this next play as he fakes the run, then hits Stickles for a touchdown pass. And at the end of the third quarter, San Francisco leads 14-0. But in the fourth quarter, the Colts finally come to life. At their own 41, Johnny Unitas for his favorite target, Jimmy Orr. 16-yard gain, Mertens tackles. The 49er defense pushed them back to the 45. And so Unitas, with his receivers covered, starts to run. Leo Nominini, like a good defensive lineman, keeps up the pursuit. Combines with Woodson to crack Unitas down. Now a good fake by Unitas as he gives to Tom Matty on the pass run option to D. Mackey. A 30-yard gain. And the 49ers are penalized to the 1-yard line. From there, it's easy for Hawkins to dive for the touchdown as the Colts get their first score in the fourth quarter. And their fans have hopes they might come back, but it's the 49ers who come back as they try for the clincher. Smith on a draw for 5. The Colt defense pushed them back to the 41-yard line, so now San Francisco gets a break. Brody passing to Stickles, who is tackled, and then up comes Pellington as Stickles is out of bounds, belts him, and it's a 15-yard penalty. 49ers capitalize on it. Leon Donahue blocking for J.D. Smith, who sets a new 49er rushing record with 31 attempts in this game. The third down and goal. The Colts again look for Smith. But despite the mix-up, Kilmer knifes for the clincher. And the 49ers lead it 21-7. The Colts have one more gasp left. At their own 24, Unitas on a comeback outside pattern to Jimmy Orr, who comes back for the pass. Picks up 16 yards before Kimbrough makes the tackle. Now with a 4th down and 5 at their own 45, they keep the drive alive. A pass to Mackey on the spot. He's tackled, and then he is belted. A 15-yard penalty. 3rd down and 1 at the 21. Unitas again to Orr. To the 6-yard line. Pine tackling. The 49ers are again penalized to the 2-yard line. And from there, Hawkins scores. Kruger blocked the extra point as the game ends. The 49ers completely outplaying the favored Colts, evening their season mark at 2-2 with its final score. San Francisco 21, Baltimore 13. Next, it's the Bears at Chicago. The 49ers out to avenge an earlier loss. Our underdogs again to the Bears, who have a 3-1 mark and have not lost to the 49ers in Wrigley Field since 1957. It's a sultry day, 85 degrees, 90-plus humidity in Chicago. The 49ers have missed a field goal as the Bears take over here. Billy Wade is the quarterback, handing to Rick Caceres. Tackled by Kruger and Pine, a 1-yard pickup. So it's too tough. Up the middle, Billy Wade decides on a pass play now. His target, Santa Barbara speedster Johnny Morris. Morris at the gallop on the 42, gathers it in, goes 73 yards to score. It's a crowd-pleasing shocker as the Bears get the quick lead, 7-0. From his own 35, Roger LeClaire to kick off. Abe Woodson waits at the 19. Return to the right. Good blocking. Then Abe steps out. 34-yard return. On 3rd down, Brody calls for an angle in pattern. The Bernie Casey, who takes it away from J.C. Caroline. 16 yards, but the Bears have held. And so Tommy Davis, who now has more consecutive conversions than any other active player in the National Football League, 132, tries a long 42-yard field goal. It's good. And it's Chicago 7, San Francisco 3. Again, tough 49er defense. Watch top right. Kruger, Miller, Hazeltine cause a Caceres fumble. Woodson scoops it up. Watch 78 Thomas, 45 Kimbrough. Throw the blocks for Abe. He goes between them for the score, 38 yards. And the 49ers take the lead, 10-7. But the Bears have a new star in Ronnie Bull, the rookie of the year. Fake draw, screen left. Good blocking for number 29, Ronnie Bull, battering for 52 yards before he runs out of gas. Papa Bear George Halas likes the gain, but he doesn't get his TD for the 49er defense holds. So Roger LeClaire on 4th down with a 22-yard field goal attempt. It's into the stands. And good. As the first quarter ends, it's tied at 10-10. In the second quarter, the Bears strike fast on a trick play. 49er 35-yard line. Rick Caceres, the fullback, takes the toss, fakes the run, wants to pass, rushed by Miller, gets it away to John Farrington, who eludes the 49er defense for a 35-yard touchdown. And the Bears lead again, 17-10. Now, tough 49er defense makes a break. Watch the left defensive line, Kukiko and Nomalini pressuring Wade. Nomalini deflects the pass. Mertens intercepts. And Hickey puts in Kilmer at quarterback. Kilmer with convoy by Connolly and Majak for 6 yards. Brody comes back in now at the Bear 4-yard line. Watch Kilmer, the right half now. Block with Stickles, Connolly, and Casey for J.D. Smith and this touchdown run. It's tied again at 17 all. Now the Suicide Squad in action as they teach rookie Ronnie Bull some of the tough facts of life in the National Football League. Ronnie at the 5. Up the middle, to the left, belted, fumbles. Bolenweider dives for the recovery. 49ers now from the Bear 21-yard line get an extra effort from Bernie Casey on this next play. John Brody fires over center to Bernie, who fights for 7 more yards. 16-yard pickup. Play later. The ball at the 1-yard line. The wedge and J.D. Smith diving for the score. And at halftime, the 49ers lead the Bears 24-17. Plenty of scoring left in the second half. The Bears get a field goal, and then watch the top of your screen for Rooster blocking by Stickles. His face mask is grabbed. Smith makes 10 yards, and the 49ers get 15 more on the personal foul, grabbing the mask. Now a triple wing to the right. Brody looking for Casey. An 11-yard pickup. Caroline tackling. But the Bear defense holds, so Davis will attempt now a 24-yard field goal. It's good. And at the end of the third quarter, it's the 49ers 27-20. Fourth quarter now. 6'3", 230-pound Mike Ditka, last year's Rookie of the Year. Billy Wade's target on this one. 13-yard pickup. Now an old 49er nemesis, Joe Marconi, is in at fullback. And his ex-Ram teammate Billy Wade fakes to the right, then throws his screen to the left. Watch the blocking on this gallop of 46 yards, the last 10 on his own. And it's tied for the third time. 27-27, but here's the bomb that settles everything. The 49ers' longest pass play in their history. Brody fakes the run, looks for Jimmy Johnson, the UCLA speedster. Takes it away from Witzel and goes 80 yards to score for the 49er final margin as they upset the Bears and win their third straight. 34-27. But now it's December in Minnesota, and the injury toll has the 49ers at 5-6. With St. Clair, Bosley, Ridlon, and Miller all out. But John Brody is set for his biggest day throwing to Bernie Casey and Jim Johnson. Johnson the target here for this first quick scoring pass, 46 yards. And a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have a fine rookie in fullback Brown. Tarkenton throws a screen pass. Good blocking, good running. Messer gets a hand on him, and he trips. 10 yards later, a 29-yard gain. But the 49ers hold and force a field goal attempt by Christopherson from 27 yards. It's good, and at the end of the first quarter, it's San Francisco 7, Minnesota 3, and the Vikings again threatening. On the 49er 22, Tarkenton to Reichow. Hit by Kimbrough, but hangs on. 18-yard pickup. Now another good Norm Van Brocklin play. In slow motion, Tarkinen rolls left, sends 33 Mel Triplett in the end zone. Then when pressured, lobs it for a touchdown. So at the end of the first half, Minnesota leads San Francisco by a score of 10-7. Now watch a typical J.D. Smith effort as he bumps off 6 tacklers for 13 yards and a first down. J.D. helps to set up this scoring play now. Brody fakes the run. Casey's by himself. 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers lead at the end of the third quarter by a score of 14-10. In the fourth quarter, again, a Viking field goal. Brody again with a pass play to Casey, who despite interference by the Vikings gets all by himself free for the score, 48 yards. And San Francisco leads 21-12. The 49er defense makes another break here. Tarkinen looks for Reichow. Throws to him. Woodson wrestles the ball free. Rookie Ed Pine picks it up. And the boy from Reno returns it 18 yards. With a second down on the Minnesota 40, Brody again aims for Bernie Casey, who again is interfered with at the goal line, but makes a sensational catch. 40 yards for a touchdown to make it a 28-12 game, as Brody hit 4 touchdown passes, his all-time high. Here's another fine catch by Jimmy Johnson, the 49ers' second leading receiver with 34 catches and 627 yards in 1962. And now an all-out Jolton J.D. Smith effort. Watch him knock over 6 tacklers. And then dive for the score, as the 49ers even their record at 6-6 with a 35-12 win. But next come the champion Packers. It's a big day at Kezar. The Packers are in town. Leo Nomellini's 160th league game, the Iron Man record in pro football. And the fans honor him as Commissioner Pete Rozelle presents him with a plaque. And my TV partner, Gordy Solta, surprises Leo, showing him Dan McGuire with keys to a new Thunderbird, presented by the 49er management. This is a key contest for Green Bay. They're just 1 game ahead of Detroit. The 49ers have 4 starters out and more destined to be hurt. Yet they battle the champs to a standstill for a half the last time they met. So let's see what happens right now as Willie Wood kicks off to Winston and Woodson. And it's Woodson who brings it back 23 yards. 49ers get set for some trick stuff here. The Red Dog is on as Nitschke rushes. But Brody nimbly sidesteps, looks for Stickles, hits him. Monty tackle, laterals to Connor. Connor gets some valuable extra yardage. A total gain of 17 yards. Now for the first time, a new Hickey formation. Triple wing right, remaining back. Johnson in motion left, almost pulls the Packers off balance. Brody takes the long count. Now he waits for Johnson to get in position as we watch in slow motion. Rookie snaps. Brody back. Looks for Johnson hooking by the left sidelines. Johnson grabs. Spins out of Wittenden's tackle. 71 is Forrester. 24 is Wood. He shakes off Wood. Shakes off Forrester. Comes laterally across the field. Later, he'll be hurt in this game. It'll be a tough loss for San Francisco. Here comes Curry. Ducks under that tackle. Now he's in a crowd. Nowhere to go. Watch Majak just miss Willie Wood, and Wood makes the tackle. But Willie can't stop J.D. Smith. Majak blocks Wittenden. J.D. runs right through Willie Wood. Touchdown. Smith had another good year. The league's 5th leading rusher with 907 yards, and the 49ers lead the mighty Packers 7-0. But the champs come back at 6'3", 240-pound Ron Kramer, Bart Starr's target, and a 20-yard pickup. But Hazeltine, Woodson, and Nomellini throw Jim Taylor for a loss, and so Jerry Kramer tries a 17-yard field goal. It's good as the quarter ends. San Francisco leads 7-3. Now watch these defense here by Leo Nomellini and Dan Kokiko. Kokiko voted by his teammates as the most inspirational 49er. He and Leo, rushing star, cause a bad pass. Hazeltine intercepts and returns 12. But now a bad break for the 49ers as they lose their fastest weapon, Jimmy Johnson, who's literally torn in two on this next play. Brody with a look in to Johnson. He's hit by 1, 2, 3, 4 Packers. He's hurt. He's out of the game. Worked on by famed Henry Schmidt, trainer now retired to Santa Clara. But the 49ers go on 3rd down and 3. Brody fakes the run, looks to the left, now looks over center, spots Stickles. Stickles falling down, makes the catch. Brody had his best scoring season with 18 touchdown passes and overall 57% completion. The 49ers up the lead now to 14-3, but now comes the league leading rusher, Jim Taylor, for 19 yards. The 49ers stop Taylor on this next play for 2 yards, but get a tough break as Kimbrough is called for piling on. Right there. 15-yard penalty. Moore now to capitalize on it. He scores standing up. 49ers still lead 14-10. And here comes another fine Bernie Casey catch. Watch him take it away from a Packer now for a 43-yard gain. He's got it. Casey was among the league's top 10 receivers with 53 catches for 819 yards. Now in slow motion, a different pattern by Brody. Takes to Bobby Gators, gets good protection. Connor is hooking to the right. Brody hits him. Connor hit, hangs on for 10 yards. And now, let's go down on the field and line up with Connor. And this next spot pass as Forrester comes charging in. Brody to Connor. Nitschke tackles too late. Touchdown. And Nitschke looks disgusted as the 49ers lead at the half 21-10. But it's Red Hickey's turn to look disgusted in the third quarter after stopping Jim Taylor and the Packer drive. A double penalty gives the Packers a second chance. They use it on this quick trap with Moore going 32 yards. And it's 21 now to 17. 49ers still leading as the Packers threaten again. Bart Starr has in mind his favorite target, Max McGee. He's got it. Good downfield blocking. A 34-yard gain as the third quarter ends with the 49ers leading for 3 periods. 21-17. But now the National Football League Player of the Year jarring Jim Taylor and a 9-yard gain, knocking out Dale Messer, the 7th starter to be sidelined. And from the 2, Taylor bangs it in, ending the 49ers lead after 47 minutes of play as the Packers take the lead for the first time, 24-21. But the 49ers aren't through trying. Brody firing for Stickles, a 19-yard gain. Now watch another fine catch by Bernie Casey. And a very fine throw by Brody, who runs around and passes. Up in the air goes Casey, got it inbounds over Greminger. Casey was also hurt later. 49ers get to the 27-yard line. They're just trailing by 3. Smith fights for 5 yards. And now the final tough break of the game as they get all the way to the 12-yard line. 4th down and 7. Stickles runs into a lot of Green Bay traffic as he tries to get free. Brody throws. It's broken up. And that's the 49ers' last gasp as the Packers go on to win 31-21 in a game which saw San Francisco give the world champions a tougher battle than any other team in the National Football League besides Detroit. A promising highlight from a tough season. On the 1962 team were these 49ers and Clyde Connor. Rookie back Lloyd Winston. 270-pounder Roland Lakes. Defensive back Dale Messer. And the league's leading kicker, Tommy Davis. The champ, Ironman Leo Nomalini. Rookie Clark Miller. Corner and defensive back Bobby Waters. Workhorse J.D. Dookie Smith. Tackle Len Rhodey. Fast flanker, Jim Johnson. Rookie linebacking star, Ed Pine. Rookie fullback, Jim Vollenweider. Newcomer from the Giants, Bobby Gators. And the winner of the Len Eschmont Memorial Award, Dan Kulkiko. Tough center, Carl Ruepke. Big tackle, John Thomas. Rugged guard, Mike Majak. Defensive back, Jim Ridlon. And one of the world's greatest competitors, Wild Bill Kilmer, a thrilling runner. Defensive wing, Jerry Burton. Defensive tackle, Charlie Kruger. Defensive safety, Eddie Dove. Center and guard, Bruce Bosley. Rugged blocker and receiver, Monty Stickles. Fullback, Bill Cannonball Cooper. All-star performer, Abe Woodson. Middle backer, Carl Kammerer. Hard-nosed little tackler, Elbert Kimbrough. And the biggest man in pro football, Bob St. Clair. Veteran guard, Ted Conley. Rookie flanker, Kay McFarland. Captain and